Welcome back, my Wimbies, to another episode of Just on a Whim. It is officially our second episode since our first launch. I missed you guys. I hope you guys missed me too. And let me know, do you guys like the names Wimbies? I think Wimbies are cute. Or Wimbers. No, Wimbies is nice. Wimbies is cute. But today's episode is going to be titled Nobody Has Died from Being Single. Nobody has died from being single. Let me profess with my mouth. Women, please unleash yourselves from the shackles of struggle love. Unleash yourselves from relationships that are damaging to you because you don't want to be alone. Unleash yourselves. Please. Please. Stand up. You're weak in the knees. Don't be weak in the knees. Stand up. But nobody has died from being single. Nobody has actually died. Can we please take a second to unpack that? People say, well, people die alone. Was it the loneliness that killed them? Or because they were just old? You entered this world by yourself unless you're a twin or a triplet or a quadruplet or born in multiple sets. No. But most people enter this world alone. So what do you think will happen? You'll also die alone. Okay? That's life. Nobody has died from being single. So many women have died at the hands of their supposed lovers, their partners, their love interests. Women have died at the hands of men. And it's very sad. And I'm not saying that those women were desperate, that they put themselves or they compromised their safety. No. But let's take a second to unpack that. But usually, when it comes to things like Stockholm Syndrome, we become blinded to signs, alerts, signals that are indicating to us that this person is actually a threat and not someone that is supposed to keep us safe. Nobody has died from being single. So I think this first segment is going to be called The Benefits of Being Single. Okay, oh my gosh, guys. I am a single woman. I'm single, I'm living life to the fullest, and I'm unattainable. I don't want to sound approachable. You can approach me, but you better approach me correct. You better approach me with materials. Otherwise, you cannot attain me. Okay? I'm an unattainable single woman. And we're going to debunk the stigma around single women. Single women, most of us who are not being single or we're not using our singleness as a placeholder for when we do enter relationships, the women who are intentionally single, like we've decided that while we are single, we're going to use this time to make use of our freedom, to make use of our resources, to make use of our time, and even lack of responsibility that we have. This ability to do whatever you want without it affecting another person. Us women who are enjoying our singleness, we are living it. We're enjoying it out here. No man is stressing us. I consider my life, quote unquote, boring. And I say boring because some people are like, oh, it's so unchaotic. Your life is so unproblematic. Yes, it is. And it's great. And I've learned to embrace the boredom. Because one thing for sure is that I would rather miss a person than my peace. So I'd rather miss company than my solitude. Because when I miss my solitude, that's when things are really bad. I'd rather miss people. You're always going to miss something. You're never going to be fully satisfied. You're either going to miss person or having the company of another individual, or you're going to miss your peace. And for me, it's going to be the person I have to miss. I can't miss my peace. I need peace to function in this world. If I don't have my peace, that's when I'm going to admit myself into a psych ward. I need peace. I need solidarity. I need that calmness in my life. The only thing that should stress me, I say there's only two things that's going to cause me stress and discomfort, and that's the gym and university. Even just a little bit of work, because I am profiting from those things. Gym is making me into a fine babe with a fat ass. University is going to give me the qualifications to further my career and my pathway in the medical field. And work is going to stress me out, but I'm getting richer by the week. Okay, those are the only things I'm gaining. So if you're becoming stressed in a situation that is not giving you something, if you're not benefiting from it, my sister, let me tell you, it's a threat. It's going to threaten and compromise your success in this world. You need to always be gaining. So I'm only going to suffer for those three things. Gym, that also includes dieting, university, and work. It's not going to be a man, and it's not going to be a friend. Issues do arise in those relationships, but it should not be the type that keeps me up at night. If I'm losing sleep, oh my God. If I'm losing sleep, I'm going to abort mission. Expeditiously. I won't even think twice. I won't even think about it. It's going to be an innate reaction. Matter of fact, I'm used to that. When I see the signs, when I see the smoke, I'm already running. I'm running far away. But the benefits of being single, if you utilize your singleness, some of us are just single because of circumstance. But if you really utilize your singleness, first of all, how to be a happy single person. Number one, start to invest into yourself. And it starts small as well. Sleep more. Drink more. Okay? Those are the free things you can do. Now, the amount of hours you sleep, it's dependent on your schedule. But if you're getting minimum 6 hours, if you can get that extra hour or two, it will improve your quality in the day. Water, get a drink bottle and start to drink at least a liter a day. Work your way up to 2 liters. It's going to help flush your system. Water is beneficial for the brain, your blood, the overall functioning of your body. Those are free things you can do. If you can't get in that extra hour, if you can take a nap somewhere in the day, take more naps. I'm a napper. Another thing, skincare. My sister, good skin will make you feel like a sexy babe, especially when you wear no makeup. My skin is starting to act up, and I think it's because the weather's changing. So I have to change my skincare. And it doesn't have to be crazy. Just keep it simple. Moisturizer, cleansing gel, toner, witch hazel, works. And a serum. Always use a serum that's going to fade your scars, help even out textures. It doesn't have to be a $60, $70, not even a $40 serum. It can be a $20 serum from the pharmacy that is proven to be effective for your skin type. And keep your skin hydrated. Hydrated skin just makes you look so plump. It makes you glow. So start small, and with that, your routine, keep it simple. It doesn't need to be 30 minutes to an hour long. If you have 30 minutes to spare, great. If you have an hour to spare, great. But make sure you wash your face every night and every morning. Your night routine is going to be more intense. Your morning routine is going to be light. Treatments, leave the treatments for the night, and then let your skin just breathe throughout the day. Start that skincare. Start eating healthier foods. If you're only eating junk food because your schedule does not really accommodate for home cooked meals every single day, you can get healthy takeout. One of my go-to like home cooked meals or microwavable meals is from Aldi. Is this curry chicken? I don't know if you guys have had it before. Oh my gosh, it's amazing, and it's only $3. It keeps me full and it just tastes good. It's better than a deep fried meal from McDonald's or Hungry Jack's. Eat healthier, eat more fruits, eat more vegetables. Another thing you can do is start working out. If you're too intimidated to go to the gym, start walking. 30 minutes to an hour, maybe even 2 hours. If you can walk that far, start doing that. And if you can go to the gym, start by working out twice a week, 3 times, 4 times. Honestly, you don't need to go to the gym. It's not mandatory for you to work out 4 times a week. 3 times is good as long as you're hitting those points. Your body relies more on consistency than it does the amount of times you go to the gym. You might see more results, but your growth and your improvement and your results come from sleep and diet, as well as rest. Rest is what is going to help you see the results and get the gains you want. Sleep. There's no point having only 5 hours of sleep and you go to the gym. There's no point going to the gym 4 or 5 times a week and you're only getting 5 hours. You're going to see very slow results and maybe not the type of results you want. So rest is a priority, not just for working out, but if you're for everyone, you need to rest for your body to rejuvenate and to operate at its peak. Okay, so start small, investing in yourself. Change up your wardrobe a little bit. If you're a woman, start to implement skirts and dresses. Femininity, like dressing feminine, depending on who you are. If you're not into that, cool. Okay, I'm not saying that's what makes you a woman, and wearing pants and sneakers makes you less of a woman. Be you, but start to invest in things that you like and that makes you feel amazing. But if you're trying to feel womanly, start with that. Dresses. Start wearing skirts. Start wearing dresses. Start adding color to your wardrobe, to your outfits. Jewelry, small dainty jewelry, affordable jewelry, just to improve your look in a very subtle way. Like, have you ever come across someone, it could be a woman, her hair is slicked back, she has jewelry on, minimal makeup, she could possibly even be barefaced, but she looks so put together. It's those elements of having a good skincare routine, having the jewelry, and just presenting herself in a subtle way. It makes her look better than the effort that she's actually put into her look and her outer appearance. It's very small. The steps are very simple. So start there, invest in yourself. Number 2, learn how to embrace your own company. Spend time with yourself. This also goes back to investment, but start to do things by yourself. Learn about who you are. Why don't you go back Why don't you go through memory lane with yourself? You know, really enjoy being who you are, because like I said earlier, you came into this world by yourself. You have people around you, but the only person who really has you is yourself. When there's no one there to help you, you have to rely on yourself. So start a relationship with yourself. I have a great relationship with myself. I love it here. We love it here. There's the physical me, and then there's the non-physical me, like my conscience, my soul, the parts of me that people don't see. I'm very attuned with my internal state, with my intrinsic self. So I am able to be comfortable with myself in the absence of people. And I love it here, but I do also understand the importance of community. So I do not neglect that. I balance both friends with the people around me, family, and also myself. So that's why I don't really experience FOMO. Like if I feel like I don't need to be somewhere, I'm not going to be there. You don't need to show your face every event, every social gathering, let people miss you. Let people miss you. You don't need to stick your nose in everything. Just stay home sometimes. I'm a very big homebody, but I love to go out as well. I need a bit of both. I need a bit of environmental. What's that? What? I need a bit of environmental stimulation. I need to be stimulated in an external environment. Otherwise, I can start to get into my shell a little bit too much. So I know when I need to go out and when I need to stay home. But I'm home most of the time. If I'm not at work or university, I'm at home, relaxing, resting, having my rotting days or my boring, unproductive days. You don't have to be productive when you don't need to be productive. It's okay to rest. And again, with that singleness, this is the time to be alive. Do all the things that people who aren't single are able to do. Sleep in late, go out at whatever time you want, but in a safe way. Date around. Go try something crazy. Travel for goodness sake. Just because you're gonna miss these times. So before you miss these experiences, before you miss these opportunities when you're married or you have a child, do it now. I would sometimes find myself complaining about not having anything to do or life feels boring. And then I remember, first of all, I actually used to complain that I don't have peace and I miss comfort. So I quickly shut my mouth up about that. Very quick. I was silenced. And learning to embrace that as well. I'm like, whoa, you don't need to have constant stimulation to be excited. Like, you don't need constant excitement. Sometimes you just need to rest and digest. You need to rest, digest, and reset. So I try to remind myself that. I forget. Like, I'm a workaholic. I've admitted it, guys. I've been struggling for the past few months. I'm a workaholic. I have this need to constantly be productive. And when I'm not being productive, I feel guilty for not being productive. But then I have to remember that sometimes not being productive is actually being productive, especially if you've had a busy week. You need to rest. Rest is vital. You cannot do anything if you're tired, exhausted, or distressed. You need to take a moment to breathe, especially if you can get that. So I take naps. I sit in my bed and I just do nothing. I don't think about anything. I don't make movements. I don't plan. I just sit in my bed. I eat snacks. I might not even get up to shower the whole day. I'm just in my bed doing nothing. Because mind you, the week before that, I probably worked for like 40, 50 hours. So I actually deserve this. This is a reward. Make new friends. Make friends. Invest in your friendships. Start hanging out with people. You don't need to call your friends every day. I'm so glad that people think low maintenance and high maintenance. People think a low maintenance friend is someone that they don't need to call you every day. That's not low maintenance. Can we redefine what it means to be a high maintenance friend? If we were to measure maintenance on a qualitative level over quantitative, if you have a friend that you guys have a deep and meaningful relationship with, you guys hold each other accountable, you guys consider each other, you guys are there for each other when you guys hang out, it's a blast, and you always feel refueled and energized after every catch up. Then that's actually a high maintenance friend. The way you guys maintain each other on a qualitative level is high. So I am a high maintenance friend. I require a lot emotionally and mentally from my friendships because that's the standard I apply to myself. And I'm not just talking about what I receive, it's also what I give to my friends. High quality. I give high quality to friendships that I deem valuable because I also give myself that same high quality experience. Meet new friends. It's not always young and turn, being wild on the weekend. We're young. You can still be young, wild, and free, but be responsible and actually start to think about your life. Our actions, they may not have severe consequences, at least the moderate ones, but we need to start thinking a little bit more seriously. If you mess up now, the decisions we make now can either make or break our adulthood. Our 20s are our foundational years. What we do now, if we're not careful, will follow us through into our adult years. I am not trying to be a mom in my 20s. If I do, it's because I'm married. But I'm not trying to be a mom. I'm just a child. I'm just a girl. But I feel like now is the time we should start at least thinking about these things. Not on a stoic level, but just let the ideas just roam around your mind every now and then. Doesn't have to be critical, but let the ideas roam around your mind. Yeah. And start to develop those integral principles now and start solidifying that foundation, or if not, build one. Okay? It's not always young and turn. but still be young and free. I'm not saying you need to be boring. Have fun while you have this time to spare. But just start to consider these things every now and then. But don't take life too serious, okay? Don't take life being too seriously. Yeah. I love being single, guys. I actually love it here. Like, I feel like the more I dedicate time to my hobbies, yes, another point, please. Start a hobby. Return to a hobby that you once did in your childhood. You need to occupy your time with a hobby and activity. And please, it can't be gym. Gym can't be a hobby. I'm going to say it again. Gym can't be a hobby. Let it be something else. Whether it's a sport, content creating, you need something that's going to just use up the spare time you have so you don't go and run off to that useless man. You don't run off to that toxic friendship group. You don't run off to those things, or you don't start falling back into your bad hobbies, your bad habits, your toxic traits. You need something that's just going to take up your time and brings you fulfillment. Please get a hobby, start a hobby so you do not go crazy when you, especially if you're in a relationship, you have to have a hobby. Or if you're dating, you have to have a hobby so that you don't care when things go left. You do not invest emotionally too early in the talking stages or even the relationship with your boyfriend. You need or girlfriend, if you're a guy listening to this, you need to have a hobby that's reserved for you, and you will not give undivided attention to. You need something that you can tune out the world, the noise, everything, and focus on this one thing for that amount of time. You need something, a hobby. Gym is not one of them. I'm gonna say it straight. And it doesn't have to be expensive. Pick up a paintbrush. Start baking. Running is actually a really good hobby to do. Buy a bike. What else? Start reading. I don't know. Okay? Just something reserved for you. And to keep you busy. You need to be kept busy. People who are not busy. Oh my gosh. People who are not busy. Okay? Work is not enough. Work is not enough. As an adult, work is not enough. But you need to keep yourself busy. You need something that can distract you, or that you can fall back on. I don't even want to say a distraction. Something that just keeps you busy. You're not thinking about, I have more important things to do. It would be that kind of mentality. I have more important things to do. Like, I've set up this life that I love. I have these things set in place. This is my life. And if anyone comes to interfere with that, you're gone. You need to have a life, okay? Work is not enough. Gym is not enough. You need to create a life outside of those important things, something that is just for you to keep yourself busy. Yeah, and with that being said, another reason why I'm single is because Australia has a very toxic pool. The men tend to be very relaxed and stagnant. There's a lack of chivalry, but also push. The men they're too relaxed. like, there are a lot of attractive men, but they're just, they might be gay. The way I'm thinking, they might actually, I'm joking. I'll cut that out. I don't know. Like, I feel like nobody really, you know what? The reason why they're so relaxed is because hookup culture is very big in Australia. They want things that are casual, no strings attached, relationship or a situation, and I cannot impose my beliefs on another individual. So, with the way our dating scene is set up, it's not worth my time. I'm just gonna, especially if you're online dating, everyone just wants sex, 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 sex. I want casual sex. I want you to give me my body for the cost of little to nothing. I don't run that way. I don't play that way. So I don't invest myself in the whole dating scene. If someone wants to come again, approach me. Please come correct. Otherwise, you cannot attain me. And you're going to have to go back. I'll send you back. Like that. I don't have time for this. Just everyone is so relaxed. And then there's no need. I really question why men would put, okay, I get it. Like, okay, they want the intimacy or the company of another woman. They just want things so easy. I feel like these men really lack a lot of these men are in their feminine element. They're a soft boy era. They just want things to come to them easy as if they're women. This is our reality, especially in Melbourne. Like, Melbourne is notoriously known for cheaters, liars, repeated offenders, two-timers, like even triple-timers. So they always say, if you're trying to date in Melbourne, don't. Don't. It's not worth it. And it really isn't. So I keep myself busy. I'm not in a rush to be in a relationship. I like the idea of dating. But if you want to take me seriously, then I will take you serious. I'm not going to invest emotionally. Matter of fact, I'll be very baseline with you. I'm not going to get too excited. I'm not going to show you how much I'm invested. Like, no. And looks aren't enough for me. Like, you need to, there's so much layers to it. And I found that some of these men are not worth my explanation or my time, even my words. So I just don't even try. I used to feel like I was on a ticking time clock to find a partner. And now I'm just so relaxed. I'm making money. I'm focusing on my academics, taking it easy with myself. I'm learning to love myself more and more each day. And I feel like once I started to do that, especially with myself, the need, the desperation, that doomsday feeling slowly started to go away. We were conditioned that we need a man to feel whole. But to be honest, whole is singular. You have to learn how to do that by yourself, for yourself. And friends are amazing. True love isn't from the opposite sex. It's the amazing people you surround yourself with, and family, and from yourself. So don't feel this need. Oh my gosh, I have to do this. I have to get a man. No, you don't, babe. Learn to love yourself. Surround yourself with people who love you, who want the best for you, who are rooting for you, who want to give you the world the best way that they can. And trust me, you'll be surprised how much how much more quality of love and companionship you receive from your friends over that one man. And if you're dating, don't put all your eggs in one basket, please. Just test the waters with multiple people. But again, that's a conversation for another day. But yeah. And oh yes, this last segment, it's going to be very brief, but this last segment is going to be the conclusion of the hyper femininity movement. I don't know if you guys remember, but towards the end of 2023, there were multiple sayings, multiple trends roaming the web of this thing called social media. Dark femininity, light femininity, feminine women, how to level up, how to be a boss babe, how to be an it girl, how to be that girl, how to live your truest oh jeez, guys, the amount of headaches I got from these movement girlies, these content creators, it was a pain in my neck. I was getting migraines, I was getting aneurysms. It was just, hey, it was a lot. It was a lot. I honestly, I feel like I started to do my research. I started to do my research earlier on in the year. No, in the year 2019. That's when I stumbled across this femininity concept. And it was intriguing because as a typical teenager, was trying to figure out how I wanted to be, who I wanted to be, and how I wanted to show up in the world. And being a teenager with raging hormones of puberty, I felt lost. I felt insecure. There was just a lot of these issues you would experience as a typical teenager. So I was doing a lot of research on who I wanted to be. I came across a few content creators, the Feminine Impression, Chrissy Talks. I think there was another content creator, the Feminine Universe, where they would talk about femininity as a Black woman, all these things. It was interesting. I did struggle with some of the doctrines because I felt like when I tried to practice them, it felt as though I was removing parts of me I felt as though were very authentic to my already existing identity. Let me give you an example. They would say that if you want to be a feminine woman, you need to increase your pitch and you need to sound very soft and you need to speak like this. Now that is I do code switch given that I'm an African Black woman in a white society. I've learned to change the way I speak to sound better, more approachable, and more desirable to the opposite race. So that's something I developed because my mum does it too. They call it your Karen voice or your white girl voice. I already get told I sound like a white girl, which is fine, but I would sound like this. The customer service voice. When I worked at McDonald's, I would sound, "Hi, what can I get for you? Was there anything else?" Because if I sound like this, I sound more inviting. I'm like, "Hi, what can I get for you?" No, So that was one of those things. Another thing was laughing. I'm gonna say it straight. I have a very ugly laugh. Okay, especially when I'm laughing, like I'm dying of laughter. Like my laugh is very ugly. If you're gonna laugh, you need to laugh like this. Oh my gosh, my mic. Like you would have to laugh a certain type of way. And I'm like, oh, like I can't. Oh, it was just too much rules. And I felt like I wasn't myself, especially when there was the trend on like how to be unrecognizable. Yeah, you'll be unrecognizable, but the sad part is that you won't even recognize yourself, and not in a good way. I can say I sometimes can't recognize the person I see in the mirror, and that's because I did a lot of change, and I'm more confident. I'm more confident and comfortable with the person that I see in the mirror in front of me. There's contentment in my physical and non-physical being. So yeah, sometimes I really can't recognize the person I see in the mirror. That's not a bad thing. But if you change yourself in a way that you do not recognize who you are, then hey. And another thing that I just didn't agree with this movement was how some creators were making ebooks on how to be that girl. Who is that girl? What does she look like? And it was interesting to see that that girl was a specific character. You can't be another person. You can only be a you, that girl. There's only one version of you that is that girl. You can't. And where is the uniqueness? Where is the variety? Where is the difference in individuality? When we all look the same, where's the fun in that? They were selling ebooks to create a cookie cut version of people. I almost fell into that trap, I'll be honest with you. I entered the deep dark web of the femininity movement, but I came out of it alive. Because one thing about me is that when I'm learning something new that I take interest in, I have to learn it to its core. Like I need to really, 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 really grasp this concept to its entirety and the minuscule details in between. I can't miss a spot. So I go through this almost like how can I like insane rabbit hole. Like it gets bad, but I always come out of it, and I'm able to like, oh, okay. I'm able to differentiate what is good information, what is bad information, and I will listen to a creator for weeks, and that will be the only thing I listen. Like if I listen to a new creator, I will study them. I will listen to a lot of their content. I will learn every minor detail of them and what they're sharing. So that happened to me, and when I came out of it, I was able to dissect this movement. I don't reject or disapprove of what some of these creators are sharing, because some of the information they share is actually good. But what I disagree with is when they start to teach people to abandon their true selves. And it's usually implicit. Like it's not something that is shared or is revealed to its whole. No. But I don't disagree with some of the things they say, but you can easily become a sheep if you don't have your own foundation. Yeah, one of these people that I started to listen to was Share Seven. I listened to her for like 2 months straight. I didn't watch any other YouTube videos. I didn't listen to any other podcasts. I was just listening to her. And that was it. Like that was my sermons. That was my podcast. I like Share Seven. I don't agree with everything she says, but she does give good advice. And she's a financial advisor. She's not teaching you how to be a good person. She's teaching you how to get what you want in this life. And it doesn't matter whose feet you will step on. You see how I'm able to make that? You see how I'm able to make that distinguish? What? You see how I'm able to make that? Oh, that's the word. You see how I'm able to make that distinction. I like Share 7, but Share 7 does not teach this. Share 7 does not promote this. That's something people like. People would literally take what Share says and run with it. No. There's things about her I like and there are things about her I don't like, which is fine. That's normal. You shouldn't like everything about a person. And a few other creators. I will like them. I will listen to them. But I'm glad the hyperfemininity movement has died down. It was very annoying. You know what it is that makes you authentic. You know what it is about you that makes you incredible. I believe that the key to our identities already exist within us. It's just up to us to make that journey to discover ourselves. And I believe that, even before we were brought into this world, we were already whole. So we need to embark on that path solo. Nobody can teach you how to be you. Nobody can give you a manual on how to be incredible and to, live life to the fullest or to fulfill your purpose. That's something you're going to have to do by yourself. So please stop buying these ebooks. Stop spending your money. These creators are making money, guys. The things that they're teaching you, the things that you're buying, the information you're buying is nothing new. There is nothing new under the sun. They have already learned that from someone else, somewhere else. They may just be consolidating the information they made into a book, but even then, information is free, knowledge is free, and it's powerful. You shouldn't have to buy these things. Take your time with yourself. They're not sharing anything new. Oh my goodness. Nothing is new under the sun. The Bible has already said that. King Solomon said, nothing new is under the sun. What is has already been. Okay? So they're not incredible. They're not pioneers. They're not inventors of anything new. Stop wasting your money. You don't need to spend $500 to $800 on this program. First of all, you can learn all these things for free on social media. Okay, you just need to take the time to research that for yourself. People will scam you in this life because they need to make a living as well. So I don't blame them, but don't waste your money. Another issue I did have is that when it came to Black women and femininity, they shied away from Black women embracing their natural selves, especially their natural hair. That bothered me. So I'm like, how can you tell us to be the best version of ourselves if that means we have to reject the very thing that is natural to us, and that's our natural hair? I didn't agree with that. I have no issue. Let me state this. Let me preface. I have no issue with wearing wigs. I do not hate women who wear wigs. I do not slander women who prefer braids. I do not rebuke women who want to wear their bust downs. I love those things too. But I don't do it to appeal to the male gaze. I don't do it to be within male proximity. I don't do it for men, period. And maybe, I know they teach that if you're trying to obtain a certain man, you should look a certain type of way. I believe you should always be presentable whenever you leave the house. For me, if I'm going to be in my area, I don't care. Especially when it comes to my hair. Like, I rarely wear bonnets outside of my house. But if you're trying to obtain a certain type of man, yeah, you do need to look a certain type of way. I understand the principle of time and place. So I'm not ignorant to how my appearance plays a part on my experience and treatment from men. I'm not ignorant to that. But I also don't care. Because listen, guys, I want to show, I would prefer my partner, my boyfriend or husband to be used to every side of me. And that's my braids, my wigs, my cornrows, my natural shrunk hair. Because number one, I get very uncomfortable when I wear foreign things on my body. Whether that's lashes, even clothes, braids, wigs. Braids I can deal with, but only for a few weeks. I can't wear a wig for more than 3 days. I will drive myself insane. And to go through that torture for a man, hello, that's not right. Absolutely not. I'm not doing that. Count me out. Like, if that makes me the weakest link, I volunteer as tribute. I'm not. Like, it's so hard to keep up with a false identity. You're gonna like me with my natural hair. You don't like my aesthetic. You don't like my aesthetic. You don't like my aesthetic? That's fine. See ya. See ya. You don't like my aesthetic? Well, it is what it is. But I'm not gonna suffer for a man, please. Hey. This life is already hard. Why do you want to include the suffering of a man? He has nothing to offer but stress and debt. That's why I'm an advocate for the pasta and lobster life. But yeah, that was an issue I was experiencing, and how like other parts of Black women were shunned upon. Like, Black women are amazing. Black women are the blueprint. Black women are the trendsetters. Black women, although we are seen as the freaking plankton in society. If you guys don't know what plankton is a very small sea creature. I think it's actually one of the organisms that is food for almost every large sea animal. Plankton is it's a very, very small organism. They are food for everyone. Okay, they're at the bottom. Matter of fact, they're not even on the food chain. They're just existing beneath the chain, the pyramid for predators. Okay, although us Black women are like the plankton in the sea, we make the biggest impact. Check the spreadsheet. That's Lil Weezy and Bobby, then Juicy J. Do you know what I mean? Like, we are the big three, but we are not three or two. We are one. We make the biggest impact, even in our positioning. So please, my sister, stand up. Everybody wants you. Everybody either wants to be you or wants to have you. Remember who you are, whether you are dark skin, light skin, brown skin, slim, thick, tall, short. Woman, they all want to taste or to experience or even to be within your space. Come on. Like, you're so freaking sexy, Black woman. You are so influential, Black woman. You are so smart, Black woman. You don't even know. So, if no one's told you, I'm telling you now. You're so fine. Okay, I think that sums up this episode. Okay. Oh. So, with that being said, that is all for today's episode. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I am so happy. If you're here from the first episode, thank you so much. You have now been promoted. You are now officially a Wimby. You're officially a Wimby of Just on a Whim. So the next segment, the next episode, I'm going to actually have a bit of a surprise for you guys. So, stay tuned. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Hopefully by this time I would have established a social media platform where you guys can ask me questions or even suggest topics that you are dying to get another perspective or even input on, or even if you have questions that you want to ask me. And I think for Q&As, I will do that with other people who will be a part of the podcast episode. So I try and include that so it's more conversational and it's not just me yapping on my side. You'll get both two different people also speaking on it. So thank you guys so much, and I can't wait to see you guys I can't wait to talk to you guys in the next episode. Okay, have an amazing week. Remember to rest, digest, and remember to rest, reset, and digest. God bless. Bye. Bye.